Hello and welcome to the Mortal Kombat Minute, the podcast where we analyze, criticize, and memorialize the 1995 film Mortal Kombat, one daunting minute at a time. I'm Phil Casper from philcasper.net.
And I'm the ravishing Spanish from GameFixShow.com. I switched.
And we are on minute number 24. This minute starts with Liu wondering if all the legends were true, and ends with the top of the stairs showing the entrance to a hall of fighter statues.
Yeah, kind of cool. Well, at the very last minute, we did it cut off a line of Liu Kang, and he did say, I don't know. Well, actually, Cage asked him, okay, I give up, what's going on? Liu Kang answered, I don't know, but what if? And that's where it kind of cut off. The rest of the line is, what if all the legends are true? And of course, Johnny Cage right after that says, what legends? Like, nobody knows but him. Like, the only one.
And Johnny is just left there, like, dumbfounded, like, what are you talking about? With all of his luggage.
Yeah.
Still sopping wet.
Well, what we see now is it kind of shows a long shot of the lane with in between the banners, the pole banners or whatever you want to call them, and the banners are leading them to the steps to wherever they're supposed to be going. But let's talk about this shot.
Yeah, I really like this shot because the banners leading up to the steps, and those steps are flanked by dragons, fighting dragons, and almost looks like on both sides. Cool. And to be honest, like, I never noticed those steps before. I feel really bad. They blend in really well, but
You're fine. Neither did I. Not until it gets that shot where the camera kind of pans up the steps.
Right.
Like, but I don't think I've noticed it either. So if you've seen the movie but you don't know what we're talking about, this might be something to interest.
It's very subtle. I get like if you're watching it for the first time, it's really easy to miss, obviously. But also going up those steps, you can already see a couple of statues of, I guess, fighters,
warriors, some kind of like old, past warriors. But those dragons, I'm still looking at them. They're badass. They're cool. They're really cool.
I really like those dragons. That's really cool. Like that's where you can tell like some of the special effects or whatever, the scenic painting that's happening.
Yes,
on there. And I could already, like, it looks like people have already gone down this path before, because, like, if you look at the sand, so many footprints, even in front of the lead guy down the path. Like, this is a well-worn path already. So combatants have already been coming in and filing in.
I think you're previously. Right. Yeah. Not only that, but I pointed it out in the last minute. Liu Kang's pants are wet still. Thank you for that.
Maintaining the wet pants. Thank you, wet pants guy.
It's just a little detail that I appreciate. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well, we'll dive into those details a little bit later. I got some more nits to pick later, but we're not there yet. We're still on minute number 24.
Oh yeah.
And so it starts at the base, right? At the beach, this shot, and it starts to slowly pan up. And we see that this island is not any normal island,
no.
I guess, because those stairs just keep going and going all the way up this mountainside. You can see the blue sky with the clouds off to the side, and the mountain just going until it disappears in the clouds, with steps all along the way.
So it's high, to say the least.
It's high.
That is a giant mountain, but nonetheless, the heroes and pretty much every other combatant have to climb those steps, including Johnny Cage with all of his luggage.
All 7 bags going up the stairs with him.
Well, 8. Remember?
Well, okay, 8.
Remember, he used to have 8. Now he only has 7.
Yeah.
Because remember, Liu Kang threw it in the water.
Oh yeah, fair enough. So. But I have to hand it to Johnny Cage though. He because the next shot, it's a close up of Johnny like still lugging all this stuff. He made it a very far way, all the way past the cloud line. They're above the clouds now while he's still holding this luggage, which he finally slips. Exhaustion kind of overtakes him a little bit, and he stumbles, falls a little bit backwards, and then falls forwards while all this luggage starts to fall down the steps.
Okay, let's talk about this. Something actually I just noticed before we even started this minute. Like I was just kind of like rewatching it real quick, and I noticed it. I'm glad I did. It's obviously a green screen. I know these steps aren't real. If anyone if you're disappointed with that, I don't know what to tell you. But you could tell that as he's going up, he does slip and fall, and right before, like, he almost takes out Sonya too. If you notice, like, he almost takes her out. But then he slips, and a couple of the luggage kind of falls down the steps. If you notice, and you have to kind of really look, I'm being nitpicky, but you notice that luggage isn't really there. Those steps aren't really there. Just how those luggage how it falls just seems very unnatural. Is that accurate to say?
It seems unnatural for those steps. I'm guessing they were on steps of some sort, like they were just green screen steps though. So right. And of course, you know, physics being physics, that luggage just fell down the actual physical steps that were there.
Right. Right.
So that's the shot that we got, but you know what? It still made the shot, I think. And the one huge like luggage case that Johnny has, I think that one fell almost the most realistically for those steps, because it was so big that it didn't even get caught on any steps on the way down. It just slid, like it turned into a ramp and just slid down constantly. And of course, you know, as Johnny's stumbling and loses all of his luggage, Liu, I don't know whether he sarcastically asks, but you know, he asks like, do you need any help with those?
Yeah.
Ironically, you know, thinking back a couple of minutes where he throws Johnny's luggage off the pier.
Yeah, at least he's offering help now.
Yeah, at least he's offering help. I guess that's the difference.
Well, as he drops the luggage there, the shot actually zooms out. And we see what looks like the top of the mountain and the entrance where they finally need to go. But what we also see are some very cool sculptures. Very cool. The one in particular, it's the one you could see plain as sight, right in your face to the right. It's a guy wearing a helmet. He's got two horns coming out of it. He's also holding a double-sided axe that he's kind of leaning on. Mm. And then he has a mace that he has like leaning on his shoulder. That's a cool sculpture.
That is a really cool sculpture. Yes, I completely agree. And also, like, I wanted to like see if these were actually based on any characters at all, but I couldn't find anything really.
No, I just think I think what they're trying to show you is it's the past combatants. That's really what I'm getting. Combatants with a K, excuse me. But like, and I would imagine when it comes to Shang Tsung, you know, he is a pretty good idea what they all look like because he has all their souls. So he probably had those made as, but if you notice right where, as I say, the entrance probably would be, there's two beings and they're holding like weapons, like axes, I think. Yeah. And that's actually pretty sweet. But like, I can't tell what they are or who they are.
And thinking back, like looking at this very wide shot, it reminds me of like in the first or second Mortal Kombat game where you choose what tower you want to ascend.
Oh,
like because you see a bunch of mountains in the background as well,
oh,
right?
Yeah,
so I'm getting kind of that vibe as well. So a little nod to the games there.
Oh, totally. Yeah, dude, that is a good call. Yeah, in other words, like the easy or the novice, medium, hard. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I never even thought of it like that. Yeah, totally.
And like just thinking about it now, like this wide shot here, like could be a total like just desktop background or something. I just really love the artistic like touches to this shot so much. Cool. Like like I love like all the different sculptures, the detail, and just to show how intricate and how like long this thing has been here. Like it's been here for at least 500 years, if not longer.
I would say longer than that, but okay, we'll say 500.
Well, I mean, you know, like at least in terms of the Earth realm trying to defend itself, at least 500 years there.
Sure.
Probably longer.
Probably.
But anyway, now we move from outside to inside, or I guess you'd call it inside, to a shot of our main combatants, Liu and Sonya, walking in, reaching the top. Well, what exhausted. I assume is a top. Exhausted, a little bit exhausted. And then Johnny Cage just barreling through them like, out of breath. Oh,
it almost takes out Sonya again.
Yeah. And he's just like, no more steps.
He's so excited. Oh, thank God, no more steps.
And he's the most exhausted one, of course.
Of course, he's got luggage that he's carrying. Yeah.
Does he still have the luggage with him though?
Oh yeah. Especially if you keep watching that, even in the next scene, it shows him having it. Okay. But it was funny because when he says, no more steps, as the scene keeps going, he goes, it shows like the inside of the mountain or the cave or whatever you want to call it, and he goes, oh great, can't wait to see what the bathrooms look like. That's his only concern right now.
Right. And but so this shot though of the inside of the cavern, I love like all the detail in here as well, because you could see like this top shot of like, it almost like if I don't know if you've ever been to like say like Carlsbad Caverns or some other underground water cave system where you have all these stalactites and stalagmites.
Well, I have,
stuff.
but okay, maybe not that one.
Like I'm getting some vibes there. I've been to Carlsbad, so like that's immediately where my mind went. But inside the natural rock, you see unnatural formations of like I see so many like faces that are carved into the side of the rock, like giant faces. And then the shot like slowly starts to pan down to show.
It's very Aladdin.
Yeah,
very Aladdin. Wonders,
Aladdin-esque. Now would this be a nod? I'm thinking to Shang Tsung's garden.
It could be. Yeah, it could very well could be.
It's an entrance hall of some sort.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you can't really pinpoint that, but it is Shang Tsung's sanctuary anyway. So yeah, I guess that could be right.
It's either that or it might be. I remember there's an arena in, I think it's Mortal Kombat 2. Is it? But with the Hall of Fighters, or is it Mortal Kombat 1? I think it's Mortal Kombat 1, where you have the like where it's an arena where you have all the fighters as statues in the background that you're fighting in, and you can actually destroy the statues as you fight.
It's definitely not 1, because 1 didn't have anything like that. It could, I honestly, I don't even remember. I don't want to say it because I could be wrong. So, but I think you're right.
But yeah, and then near the bottom of this entrance, like near the floor, I should say, we have more statues of fighters, and once again, I don't know who they are. They look really cool. I wish I knew like any of their names, but they just
I honestly, the only thing I'm going with is they are past combatants. It's the only thing I could come up with.
Yeah.
Although they have weapons, and you don't really see a weapon being used other than Scorpion. You know what I mean? Like that's really about it. But
fair enough. Actually, there's Kano a little bit later, but we're not there yet.
Yeah, from ear to ear. But that's we're not.
I do see a couple of shadow priests acting as sentries, lining the hall there.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll save that for the next minute.
Yeah. No, we totally. You know what? You should. Do you have a character description?
I can.
Hit me with one.
I can. So let's see. We have. Let's do. How about we do Sonya Blade?
Yeah, let's do it.
So this is from the DVD special features with the character breakdown. We have Sonya Blade, who is 26 years old. She is 5'10", weighs 140 pounds, blonde hair, blue eyes. Her legal status is citizen of the United States of America. Known relatives, I thought this was pretty interesting. Major Herman Blade, her father. Erica Blade, mother. Daniel Blade, twin brother who's deceased. Her birthplace, Austin, Texas. Woot woot. And occupation, lieutenant in the U.S. Army, member of the Special Paramilitary Force.
Gotcha.
And her character background, Sonya Blade is a member of a top special forces unit. Her team was hot on the trail of Kano's Black Dragon. Her unit followed Kano to an uncharted island but were ambushed by Shang Tsung's personal army. Tsung forced Sonya into the tournament by holding comrades hostage. Now, not only does her own life depend on her performance, but those of her companions as well.
Well, okay.
That's just extra story written into there. Happens nowhere in the movie, but okay.
And can I add to that? I can totally add to that.
Yeah.
She's right-handed. Except for not in this movie.
Fair enough. Because even in the special features that I see, she is holding her gun. She has a picture of her holding her gun up, and she's holding it with her left hand. On the trigger, though. Still not practicing proper gun safety.
That's usually how I go.
Darn it.
All right. Well, that's all I have for this minute. But this is definitely one of those minutes that if you did watch the movie, it is worth a pause to take a look at. So
a couple of pauses. Pause in a few areas during this minute for sure. But yeah, that's all I have for this minute.
Me too.
All right. Well, that concludes yet another riveting minute here. Thanks so much for listening. Once again, I'm Phil Casper.
I'm Spanish.
And we'll see you next time on the Mortal Kombat Minute.